There we go. Now we're recording. Fuck the name.
Look a real Slim Shady. Please stand up.
Do any of you wizards have spells that make you fall slow?
Oh, you're speaking of the spell Featherfall. No.
Unfortunately.
I don't know that.
Is anyone not gonna question why we have a goblin with them?
Yeah, I question why both of you only know spells that know how to kill people.
It's a rough world, okay?
No, I am much better with my charm spells than I am with my fire spells. I just happen to like fire.
The art of the murder hobo comes first.
I don't know, I find charm spells even more morally questionable than fire spells.
There are times for both.
I mean, I can make something light up.
Wait a minute.
I think I'm going to dig into my bag of holding for something a little bit more appropriate before trying to mount up on a horse.
Oh, fuck. I barely remember what happened.
We both know you don't own anything of the kind.
Well, I do remember while we were sleeping, the giants awoke in me, and they told me to follow them off to this cliff. And from this cliff, I gathered onto one shoulder and we fell down. And there, they led me to a giant in a cave.
Okay.
When did you do that?
While everybody was sleeping,
Then what happened to the giants?
for all I remember was they left. It was dark, but I was too focused on the cave.
Why didn't you stop them?
I'm sorry, Golden Dragon
Which
Lady,
way is the cave?
but when a big giant that's on fire looks at you, I'm pretty sure you would not be focused on mere hooligans.
Oh, I heard that.
The giant in the cave was on fire?
Oh.
Yes. He taught me his ways. From there, I crafted this fine arm.
Okay, now we're just dealing with alternate kinds of flavors of giants.
And did you kill him?
I did not.
You disappoint me.
It only took...
I
if I
trusted
remember
your
correctly,
wisdom, and you
it
failed
was-
me.
In all, it took me 30 days and 30 nights.
You've been asleep for 11 hours.
Well, as I remember, it was 30 days and 30 nights. I was foraging there with my companion, who seems to not be here at the moment.
Okay, we believe you. I believe you.
I mean, I have the armor to prove. He showed me his way. I have become a fine craftsman.
Okay, he must be bullshit. I want to cast Zone of Truth on you so badly.
Go ahead. I shall allow you to. Only because I allow you to.
I don't want to waste my spells now.
I mean, both of those are pretty rude things to say.
She just flails.
You see a giant golden dragonborn covered in armor flop herself on the floor and just flail around.
And I just,
Are you some type of fish of royalty?
the dragon.
Maria, are you okay?
I don't know. I'm having a really weird day. Last night was not exactly normal.
Well, I would say not. To be transported that while we sleep, and to come back with our treasure, but not our wounds, is definitely strange indeed.
Wait a minute. So you're a master forge taught by the giants?
Yes. Well, one.
Well, I have some mystical metal from my dream to use something with.
What does that look like?
I'm sure you could probably make a decent dagger out of that.
I might.
It will take you some time if... wait, did you show it to him?
Yeah, pull out my Mizium.
You look at the metal, you're not familiar with it. With everything that was imparted upon you by the entity that you talked to in the cave, this metal is unnatural.
As I explained.
You lost all knowledge of the metal?
No.
Out of
Just
character.
this metal.
Well, this is a metal I found in a dream. Of course it's not going to be normal.
Okay. So, I look at your weapons. What do they look like again?
Mine?
Yeah, describe your weapons again.
They're katanas.
They're katanas? Or they're not bigger katanas?
They're just
Okay.
two katanas.
Ah. But, okay, never mind.
So you have new armor, but still your old swords?
My swords were never an issue.
What?
I mean, it's always cool to add runes to a sword. Especially if they're hill giant runes.
Well,
Or giant runes.
oh, actually, do I have them on there? I think I do.
You didn't do anything with your swords while you were in the dream. At least you didn't specify that you did.
I thought I put one on each and then one on.
No, everything was on your armor.
Oh, it doesn't matter because as long as it's on there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why then. Yeah.
Enchanting is... So, what now, DM? What are you doing?
I'm waiting for you guys to decide. I've given you everything you need to make a decision. You are in the middle of this valley. On the side of this cliff, you have gained the knowledge that the giants obviously hopped off the side of this cliff. There's probably more. What is this?
We're sure there's more.
Can you
giants.
take us? Can you take us to the fire giant, maybe? Daru?
Fuck. Dude, which is that?
Please explain to me, Robert, why you felt the need to send this to me. To everyone.
What is this?
Is this a better picture of your character?
Okay. I will let you on the horse, okay?
I understand. It took Cobb
She
explaining it
changed
to me.
into something better.
I see.
She's no longer wearing an evening gown.
I suppose I'll just put
Message
this away.
received.
Shameful.
Gilgamesh, get over here. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to stretch him.
Don't worry about that.
Should we be worried?
Don't worry about that sound.
Well,
We're being streamed.
you know what, Daru? You just take this metal and like improve your swords with it later. You get better use out of it than I would.
Then I will kindly accept your gift.
I'll give you my strip of Mizium.
Yeah, earlier some weird tentacle thing wanted it.
It's a metal?
It's
Yes.
a metal.
Mizium?
Yeah, the slime. An unusual species of slime. Most slimes are not sentient. This one appeared to be.
As you touch the metal, you feel a spark of energy that emanates from it that is unnatural.
Interesting. Mizium, what's that?
Mizzzium.
That was close. Actually, didn't put a U, I put a O. Can I inspect it some more, my friend?
We can deal with that later, if that's okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Because it'll take you some time to forge anything out of this.
Oh, okay. So this way.
Are you going?
Go
Are
ahead.
you going off of Xanathar's magic item crafting tables?
No, I'm going off of a DM's Guild crafting table that I like a lot. I'll share it with you later, if you're interested.
Okay. Yeah, I would be. Been looking at downtime activities a lot.
Yeah, no, cost efficiency and whatnot is something that I wanted to look into, especially with the way I reward you guys. Anyways, back to the game, please.
Yeah. Well, do we want to try to find an easier way down, or climb down, try to get back to the tracks, or just keep moving on in the direction that we were heading?
Who is Kaiser Mazoku?
Well, which direction were we headed, actually?
That's
West.
Anthony. He's just watching.
Okie dokie. Hi.
Isn't this cliff to the west of us? Oh no, this cliff is to the east of us.
That's correct.
So when they
Then
hit the
let's-
bottom, they more or less went north or south, and our path was heading kind of southwest, correct? Is that which way this wraps around? Or are we coming from the southwest?
Technically, you guys, this map isn't set up in the right direction.
Yeah, I heard you say that. Right.
So, what direction is up?
Up would be give me just a moment. Up would be west.
Okay. And is that uphill?
Wait, I lied. Up would be north. My mistake. So apparently this is in the right direction. Wow.
So which direction were we traveling? Were we traveling up, or did we just come from that direction?
You guys were traveling from the east to the west, and this hill is sort of in the way.
So we're going up and around it.
Well, it's a series of hills.
Yeah.
But yes.
This map looks like a road on a pass.
It's... One second. Can I drag this? Are you guys back on the big map?
Nope.
No.
Okay. Alright. How about now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
With the map the kindly alchemist gave you from Golden Fields, I lied when I said you were right here. You're actually right here. In this, right around here.
So we're traveling into this hilly area.
You are technically traveling... around here. I think initially you guys were here, and in order to get to a better ground, that's what you were doing.
Yeah, well, we were just following the giants. They were leading us.
Yeah.
They were not leading us at all, were they?
I mean, you guys followed the
Where is
instruction
Golden
of the,
Fields
You guys were following the
on this
instruction
map?
of you guys were following the instruction of the Treants, right? Like, if you remember that,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
they instructed you to go to the west, past the hills, and you guys just so happened to carry the giant, take the giants along with you.
Right.
So you weren't necessarily following the giants.
Well, we actually, I don't think we really need their direction because they're idiots.
I mean, we were charged with protecting them, I guess.
What is this we crap? I have made no such agreements.
Does anybody
Fine.
here have?
Fools.
Does anybody here have a cartographer's kit
No.
or proficiency with such?
I don't think I
No.
All right. Yeah. So you guys think Golden Fields might be to the south, ish.
So we initially headed north and then we're turning west.
Well, technically, you guys initially headed northeast along the Iron Road into the forest.
Did you say the force?
The forest. I guess you would know that it was called the High Forest, obviously. But you went east along the Iron Road into the High Forest and circled around there for a few days.
And that's where we met the tree ant and we headed west from there.
That's correct.
Should we just go?
Well, I guess we
there?
keep heading west. When we come back down, maybe we can pick up their trail along that valley.
Okay, so you guys continue west.
Yes.
So,
Mhm.
all right. Let's see.
I take Susan on the horse.
As you continue
you.
along the valley, you see
I'll be right back.
okay.
We see doggos.
You see doggos. You see a town to the north, surrounded by a, not necessarily surrounded by a river, but like on three sides by a river. few bridges leading into it. Do you guys want to go to it, or do you guys want to keep moving past?
So absolutely go to it. They'll have a good idea when any giant nations are nearby.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is blurry.
I blame your computer's ineptitude.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah, looks pretty good to me.
It does look pretty good.
Why is... Oh, there it is.
Hashtag Rickety Wrecked.
And my computer's shit, so.
Hashtag Rickety Wrecked.
Oh no, like it loaded fine.
Yeah, it's just a blurry map.
It's not blurry.
Something.
It's just really small.
Wait, you said a town, so we're coming in from over here?
You guys are coming from the south, yeah.
Ah,
Sounds cool.
do we
Looks like a
eventually
little
see...
place.
What was that?
That's
Joker?
not a town. That's a big city.
Did I say town? I meant city. My mistake.
Oh,
Please forgive.
I was like, damn, town.
That
Really
is a
upgraded.
multi-ring fortified city structure.
You are absolutely correct, and this is indeed a city.
Okay, with my knowledge of the North and the other kingdoms, where are we?
This looks familiar. You've been here once before. This is definitely Yartar. Spelled Y-A-R-T-A-R. Forgive my pronunciation. Yartar.
What did you call me?
Let's see if I can remember who is leading, who is sitting. Is that insight?
That would be knowledge history. Alright. You remember your uncle, right? Was it your uncle or your grandparents?
My grandparents.
You remember your grandparents speaking of the water baron Nestra Ruthiel. You remember them having dealings with her, being the leader of this area. The leader of this area being called the Water Baron. It's an elected position.
Well, mayhaps she still is.
They are a member of the Lord's Alliance.
Let us seek her out and request an audience.
Would I know this town has a place where the Order of the Gauntlet shows up?
You are a member of the Order of the Gauntlet?
Yes.
Okay. I need to reread something.
I hooked up with them in order to find Fafnir, but for the sake of the story, I need to know about the giants. Let's see what they know.
So you can ask at the Order of the Gauntlet. I can take
Yeah.
somebody to ask at the Royal House.
Yeah, your stuff is with the Lord's Alliance, and I'm with the dudes who, yeah.
You might-
exact.
I wouldn't doubt that there is you wouldn't doubt that there is a church of sorts in this area.
Okay.
You might be able to find a temple to Tyr, possibly in and around the city.
Good. The guys who worship Tyr.
As I start humming.
This looks like a big enough city that they probably have a lot of temples.
We built this city on road.
Yeah, for that matter, do they have a temple in the name of my god?
Probably. You might be able to see something to Bahamut.
Let's burn that temple.
Yeah, I'll probably head over there just to pray.
Okay. That's your thing. Susan,
Yeah.
you're going to look to see if you can gain audience with the Water Baron?
Yep.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything while they're in town? Or in city?
I'll change into proper attire before going.
Okay. Susan, you change out of your horse get up to something a little bit more fashionable.
I have
Yes.
no money.
I need you to
Oh,
roll
no.
Do you need some money? Roll what?
I'm trying to decide if it's like history or insight to discern what the current fashion of the area is. You decide.
Probably
Charisma roll.
probably insight.
Charisma roll. Charisma roll or performance would probably be it. So, straight charisma. You think you look great.
Oh god. The fashion statements.
You
They are
got-
coming.
My clothes are a bit more southern than this.
You may or may
Can I-
not have included a peacock feather in your get up. I'm not sure. It's up to you. There's like one accessory that's just a little off. That's all.
Can I roll to criticize?
You're not there. You're too busy considering the machinations
okay.
of your deity.
Okay.
Skridet, you're in a city. What do you
Is
do?
there
In
like
what do you do in the city?
a sort of library with spell books or something?
You might be able to find a library.
Okay. Probably go look for a library then. See if they
Or the Spellcaster's
have any
Guild.
spells.
What's your background? You may have library access.
I don't know if I ever made that.
Yeah, I'll go with you. Alright. I got some stuff to trade out.
This is more of like a trade city to a large extent.
Hmm.
Okay.
So
I'd
you
just like to go window
you-
shopping.
you would definitely be able to find something for sale here.
Oh, maybe
You
I'll
wouldn't-
just look
you
for
wouldn't-
spell components.
You wouldn't necessarily be able to find a library, but you would definitely be able to find maybe scrolls or books that for sale that you might be able to feed to your book.
Yeah, I'll probably just look around for scrolls and ingredients for spell casting.
Your book starts to bounce up and down as you walk into relevant spell shops. Dario, what do you do while you're in the city?
Window shop. I'm not a man of materialistic things.
So you're just looking at,
You go
at all-
shopping.
You're just looking at all the stuff in the windows. Do you like?
You know what I mean.
Do you go to like a where do you go specifically?
Just I mean, you said it's a trade city, so I'd assume there's like little merchants outside. just kinda just
Absolutely, there's
looking.
absolutely
Yeah.
merchants. But what specifically interests you, Daru? What would your character want to look at?
He's not a man of materialistic things.
Okay,
I
then
knew
why
it.
would you?
He's just looking just to look around.
You-
He's just looking. He's
Okay.
not trying to like. That's what window shopping is. You look at it, you're like, okay, cool.
all right.
buying
So you're
anything.
wandering aimlessly?
You would be taking the relaxation downtime.
Yeah, I'm just looking around. Just
No,
looking
that's
for
perfectly fine. I'm just wondering. I'm just trying to figure
weapons. There, weapons.
No,
Fine,
no.
weapons.
out. It's
Just looking at weapons.
all
with
right.
different
Sorry,
crafts.
man. Sorry, Croaker. You're following Skridat, right?
Well, when I thought he was going to a library.
Oh, okay. What do you do?
I guess I'll actually touch base with my Harper contacts.
All right. how do you attempt to get in contact with the Harpers?
Well,
A secret society of individuals. Did I mention they're secret?
yeah,
Okay.
they're fucking fantasy Illuminati.
Alright. How do you try to get in contact with them?
Well, I look for likely spots and look for the fucking, the pyramid head with the eye in it. Or the equivalent.
Okay.
Symbols reflective of the Harpers. And I know why I use access phrases to get in.
Alright. And simply for expedience and for fairness, can everyone roll 1d20?
Hmm.
Well,
And place their pieces on the board somewhere?
You need to roll yours again.
Oh, my bad.
There you go.
We are really huge.
That's fine. I mean, and if we were,
crushing buildings every step.
if we were going to keep this to scale, then you would never see your character.
Yeah. I tried to measure and I noticed that this was very much out of scale.
Yeah, this is the same problem I had with Waterdeep map.
Yeah, you can change the scale on the map and change the scale on the token.
Right.
I think it's fine. I think we're unless you guys get into a fight, I don't necessarily set up a map for a battle.
Right.
That being said, if you guys decide to start a fight, I'll have to quickly on my toes and change everything instantaneously. So I'll consider this in the future. Did you roll a 20? You did. You rolled a d20. You got a 1.
Yes.
So he rolled. Oh, then, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me.
Bless up.
Thank you.
I'm never very good at initiative,
Bless
ever.
you.
Connor, can you place your character on the map? It doesn't matter where.
Wait, I don't. I put my character on the map.
I don't see him.
Did we? What's going on?
Unless he's blending in and I can't see him.
He's right here.
Did I not drag you along? I did not drag you. You must be really confused.
It's like he's on the map.
There we go. I'm sorry, Connor. Here's the city you've been looking at.
Oh, I didn't even think about it because you said we were going to have to use our imagination. So I thought this was where we were using our imagination.
My mistake.
Imagination.
Okay. Let's try this again then. Oh crap. There we go. There I am. Oh jeez. Okay.
All right, there we go. Now
You want to go off and do your own thing?
Goes into a different entire area. All right, Connor. We're gonna run your turn first.
Okay.
So you wander around in the market areas and you manage to find a shop that your book bounces around quite profusely. Like, as you're wandering around, your book is like sort of acting as a dowsing wand of magic. And the more magic that is in an area, the more excited it gets.
Okay.
So you managed to find a store filled to the brim with scrolls, books, and arcane trinkets.
Neat.
Do you hop in?
Yep.
Okay. You walk in, and as I said before, it's filled to the brim with spell scrolls and arcane trinkets, and you see what looks to be a woman on a stepladder, placing a scroll in a specific area, obviously for specific reasons. The bell chimes, and she says, "Oh, hello. Welcome in."
Hi.
Not
Nice,
me,
sounds
a
good.
goblin.
I was literally about to say that. As she turns to see you, she like falls. She slips from her stool and falls to the ground.
You okay?
She starts screaming, "Guards! Guards!"
Oh god.
What? What? My guards.
What are you trying to do here?
Uh, looking around to see if there's guards running at me.
I mean, you're inside of a shop. And she's just about to run out of the shop.
Oh. Is it,
Calm down. I'm not doing anything.
Roll persuasion, please.
oh dear. Persuasion. Where is that?
And do so with advantage. You are carrying a book and properly clothed.
Persuasion.
Oh.
She looks at you. She double takes, and just stares and for a second and says, "Well, I guess you're not." She looks around. "I guess we're not under attack. I'm sorry. How can I help you?"
Do you have any spell scrolls? Or books?
She sort of opens her hand out and waves to the entire shop and says, "Well, probably."
Ooh.
And start perusing the scrolls.
I'm
And
trying
books.
to find the shop thing that I have.
Okay.
Let me take an aside and go through Maria's thing for a moment, all right?
Fair enough.
Maria, you find a temple, a building of pristine golden color.
Oh, wow.
I guess
I'm-
it's not. It only looks gold through your eyes. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
It's obviously a white marble of sorts.
Yeah, that's still good. Is it white marble with gold lining?
Sure, man. It's whatever you think it should be.
Okay.
Your imagination.
So yeah, I look and see if this is the if there are any symbols for this actually being one of the temples that I was looking for.
This is definitely a temple dedicated to the worship of Bahamut.
Okay, so I'm going to enter in, because I was here to get information, not go out shopping first. I'll do that later. I will see if there are any spots to, pray for a little while before consulting anybody of note. Like another paladin or a cleric that might know about the giant problems.
You look to a cleric that might know about the giant problems at the Temple of Bahamut?
No,
How do you do so?
I'm being silent because this is a place of worship.
All right.
And yeah, and so I'm respecting. Are there any? Okay, just to be, well, okay. Just out of curiosity, are there any dragonborns that look clerical or paladin-like?
Yeah. This is a Temple of Bahamut.
Okay. I go to more someone who looks like they're they run the place mostly. Someone of leadership. Can I roll to find such a person?
I mean, you don't have to roll. You can look around. You see a abbey at the front. You see, or whatever the leader of a temple of Bahamut would be. Religious leader of a temple of Bahamut.
Okay, then I head to that person. And I ask
as you get closer, they clasp their hands in a respectful manner, and they say, "Welcome, good traveler. It seems that you walk in Bahamut's light."
I pray to him every day.
That's good. I can see. You must be of great standing with him. That being said, how can I, a humble teacher, help you?
I'm here to ask of anyone who has visited the temple with concerns or problems with the recent giant activity. I do not. I have just come from Golden Fields, and I am here to assist them with their apparent war of some sort with the giants. I tell you, it's not a pretty sight. I was wondering if anyone knew anything about these giants.
I don't really know of anyone complaining of the giants nearby. Why don't you stay a while, and I will ask around.
She nods, and she will go, I guess, to wherever the god symbol is, and kind of kneel before it and pray.
A paladin.
If that, yeah.
We haven't seen one of you here in a while. It's always good to see those of noble faith. I'm gonna go over to Croker now. Dr. Croker.
Yes.
Forget what you were trying to do.
Get in contact with her for context.
You stray down a random alleyway behind a seedy-looking bar, and behind it you see a cat turn around 3 times and blink at you. What do you do?
Scratch my left eyebrow, tap my toe against the wall twice, and then sneeze.
You fall into a trapdoor.
Wrong lever!
You find yourself sort of sliding down what you can only imagine to be a series of chutes and slides that twist and turn in all sorts of fantastic ways. And when you open your
Brace
eyes,
myself in case I forgot to put the mattress back.
as you open your eyes, you find yourself sitting in a chair tied up, a light swinging and dangling in front of you. A shadowy figure steps into the light, still covered in a dark shadow of sorts. Smoke emanating from around their mouth. Obviously, they seem to be smoking something. What are you doing here?
Making report.
What's your designation?
3.
Wait, 3?
3.
That's it? You're just 3.
Yeah.
Hey, Alfredo. Yes, sir. Make a check on 3. 3? Yeah, I said 3. You sure? That's it? Yeah. All right, I'll be right back.
Take your time.
Daru, what are you doing?
Yes. I'd like to just go to the weapon merchants and just admire like the weaponry.
Okay. You walk around. You notice the weapon merchants. You notice some kids sort of running around the streets. You get distracted with the smell of fine foods. Possibly. It's a peaceful, beautiful day. You look at the paltry equipment that's being sold here. Something that you believe is absolutely beneath your level at this point. But let's see.
Kind of cool now that I'm a fucking smith.
One moment, please.
Take your time.
The generator is just not wanting to deal.
A ninja. Xanthopus, that's the name.
Yes, that's what it is. How did you know?
Because it's the power of Xanthopus.
Let's roll this. Let's roll this again. One more time.
Xanthopus.
You see what looks to be a +1 greatsword in one window. You're not necessarily interested in the greatsword itself, but you can feel emanations of the magic from it to some extent, almost like the runes that called to you. It's not necessarily something that's per se worth your time necessarily, but it is something that might warrant some investigation. It calls to you in a sense that it looks interesting.
Okay.
It's like a
So
YouTube channel.
I feel the void calling to me, so I go to it.
All right.
And I like to investigate.
Or you can
Or would
roll.
that be-
Or you can roll your your smithing.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, like specifically to like inspect it and admire it. All right. Yeah, this looks like a standard greatsword, something that you could probably pull out of the forge within easily a day. Something so effortless that you just a few days ago you wouldn't have considered the idea, but it seems so crazy that you could just pull it out of nowhere. The only thing that's strange about it is there feels like a line of magic that sort of emanates from the core, as if centered within it you can almost taste some emanation from it. And with that, let's go to Susan. You walk up to a gate. Couple guards standing in front. They seem to be pretty lax. They're having a chat. What do you do? Do you listen? Do you walk up? Do you interact?
Oh, he did.
Where is Susan?
Well, you see, I ate her.
That's gross.
That means two things.
Stop. Robert, I cannot hear you. If you can hear me, I cannot hear you.
Don't go to the light, Robert.
I'm going to the light right now.
I think I heard him.
Computer, wake up.
Yeah.
You're alive.
You should be able to hear me.
Hi, it's your
Is
turn.
that better?
Yeah. Did you hear me? Did you hear my description of
Yeah,
your
I
encounter?
did.
Okay. What do you do?
I request an audience with the... What do they call him? The water
Water
baron, yes. And I am Susan from... I can't even remember the name of my town.
Well, neither can we, sweetheart. If you just let me know what you want, I can help you. But if you don't know...
I request an audience with the water baron.
Oh, yeah? Me too. Wouldn't you want to go? How about you, Bill? You want to go? Well, of course, Ted. I'd really like to go. Well, I guess we're stuck here, aren't we, Ted? Bill. Yes, Bill. No, Ted.
I am Susan, heiress of Daggerford.
Daggerford. Ah, well, I am Bill. Heiress of, fucking town. Yes, and I'm
No,
Ted.
you are not an heir. You are not an heiress.
Well, why can't I be?
That would make you a female.
Oh, ha! Bill, you're a female? No, Ted, of course not. That's good. That's good stuff. All right. What are you, oozing from Agar's Tord?
I am Susan, heiress of Daggerford.
Ooh, did you see that, Bill?
I come requesting an audience with your river baron.
She did the Ah, that's so cool, Ted. Oh, yeah, I wish I could do the
And you shall take me there now, as that is your duty as a servant of the house.
Ah, she said duty. More grizzled individual steps out from behind the wall. What the fuck are you guys doing?
Oh God.
They stand up straight. Nothing else, sir. We're just entertaining the guest. Oh, absolutely. I'll talk to you later. Looks like some detail is required. Fuck. Indeed?
Well met. I am Susan of Daggerford,
Well,
heiress to the house.
Hello, Susan. Aye?
I'm simply asking a audience with the water baron.
Absolutely. Please, give me a moment and I will see you inside. It might be some time before the Water Baron has a moment to see you, but if you're willing to wait in the lobby, I can certainly get something set up for you.
If you have a comfortable place for my respite, that would be well.
Absolutely. Come with me. This way, please. He leads you inside. Luxurious quarters, just area, not large, just like manor of sorts. It's just this beautiful garden as you're walking in, and you see this big ass house and leads you inside. A couple of serving maidens hand you a drink and a couple sandwiches, sit you down in a couch, and the grizzled looking fucker steps out, and I will take my leave. I think you're fine here.
Very well.
All
I
right.
shall await here or in the garden.
Please do your best to stay in this area. And I'll make certain to get the water baron to you as soon as possible. It might be
Thank you.
It might be a little over an hour. She's a bit busy.
That I understand it all.
All right. He heads out, and I'm gonna move on to Skridat again.
Mm-hmm.
You find
You got a round robin it.
a little bit. You find she finds a few scrolls for you. I had them here. I swear to God, I did. I literally just rolled this.
The book ate him.
Alright, here we are. Oh yeah, I've got this scroll of acid splash, a scroll of augury, scroll of blight, dancing lights, ensnaring strike. Oh, I got greater restoration, firebolt, mass healing word, mold earth, moonbeam. I've got them all. You know, I just name one that you're interested in. I might be able to just find it.
Featherfall!
Oh god.
You hear in the back of your mind a whisper of sorts.
You know, earlier my friends were complaining about me only killing things. So, do you have a featherfall?
As you
Imagine
as you say that, her skin grows pale and she looks fucking terrified.
Oops.
Well,
She-
you jinxed it.
She scrabbles up to the top shelf and looks around, she goes back to her book, starts writing a few things in her ledger, flips a few pages, runs over to the back, and she says, "Here's Featherfall. How much is it?"
Oh.
This is a scroll of Featherfall. It would be... What level is that first? I'd be willing to part with it for we can go 170 gold.
Broke bitch.
Alright.
Well, your share of the treasure would have been 2,000, but you're probably just not carrying it all with you.
Yeah, I don't think I got any of that money that we got from the dream.
I have 10 gold pieces.
Well, as we came into town, if nobody heard me, I did say, "Do you need any money?"
I mean,
Oh,
I
I didn't-
tried to
I-
get a hold of you when you said that, but DM kept, saying
Oh.
things.
I
So yeah, coming into
Didn't
town,
hear
when
that.
I said that, if they... You didn't hear that either?
did not hear either
Oh.
you or Cobb say anything about that. But I will say, if you guys are interested in retconning up to a point in the way of expedition, we can just say that you did. If you want to split the liquefied currency that you have right now.
Well, it was still really, really heavy.
It was in your bag.
Yeah, no,
I
it's in my,
can
well,
carry
but I mean, for them to carry it, it's really heavy.
That's true.
Except for me.
But a couple of...
I-
A couple of 100 gold pieces each, unless they prefer a couple of 100 silver. We're going to divide it 5 ways, so that's almost 500 gold each. But that's... Is that 50 pounds of coins, or is that 5 pounds of coins?
How much does gold weigh?
It's
I also have a horse.
1 pound of gold is 50 GP.
So 500 would be 10 pounds.
That's right.
So yeah, give each of them 500. Here's your share of the gold. We'll distribute that up. That should suffice you for whatever you want, and I'll continue to carry the weight in the bag of the holding. For the rest of it, we'll divvy it up later.
Okay, so we each got 500 gold?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, everyone who was here for the adventure.
Gotcha.
Yes, the 5 that went to Ravinka.
I thought it was Ravnica.
Okay.
It's whatever you want it to be.
Okay. Ravka.
Because
Ravka.
like I did say, the benefit to showing up is acquiring treasure. Everyone levels at the same rate, but if anybody is missing, they don't get the share of the spoils. Unless specified by the party themselves.
Oh.
No, I specifically said we're going to split it 5 ways because there were 5 of us.
Okay. Alright.
Wait.
So
But
everyone gets
Sky-
500. Oh yeah. Sky. Sky was part of that.
Yeah.
Screw it.
He was
For,
part of it.
for simplicity, everyone gained 500.
Yeah.
And I'll mark the bag of holding to note that I don't have that anymore.
Alright. So,
Well, I don't get it, right? Because I wasn't there.
no, you do now, simply because, well, one, you do in fact need some money, and two, this is just easier that way. That being said, back to you, Skirdat. The woman is shaking the scroll violently. What do you do?
I buy the scroll.
Okay. You hand her the 170 gold. She starts to hand you the scroll. Your book jumps up and starts eating it.
Oh god.
And she screams bloody murder. I'm just kidding. She's totally used to this.
Oh my god. That woman should be given a medal.
She doesn't scream. She simply just looks at your book, says, "That's a curious artifact. Where'd you get it?"
From a chest. In a cave.
Well, I'm sorry I asked. You have a wonderful day.
You too.
Is there anything else I can offer you before you leave?
Oh. Ingredients for spells. Do you have any?
Not here, but you might be able to find some next door.
Okay. See ya.
She
The
smiles,
nicest
and then
goblin.
as you leave, she just sort of sits in her chair, and just you see her hair just go poof. Maria.
Okay. I was still waiting for the cleric to get back.
Oh yeah. An hour goes by, and the cleric doesn't get back to you, but someone else sits next to you. A man dressed in blue, and or no, not blue. A man dressed in black and sporting what looks to be a feathered cap and a fencing rapier and a cloak, of course. He sits next to you and says, "I hear you're asking about the giants."
Yes. Golden Field.
Whoa. What the fuck was that?
Windstorm?
Suddenly a windstorm hits the church.
And then the divine gods come from the
Who the-
heavens as they look upon God and they say
whoever-
death and
who-
they kill.
Whoever fucking did that, don't ever do it again. Okay, back to you, Cobb.
Yes, Golden Fields is being besieged. I wish to lend my aid, but I am not sure where they hail from. These giants.
The giants with goblin lobbers.
And they also have been keeping around a lot of ogres and goblins.
And bugbears.
They are really
Oh
well
my.
armed.
Ogres and goblins and bugbears. Oh my. The world we live in today. Wouldn't you say, Maria, that this is a terrible world we live in these days?
I eye him strangely because I didn't mention bugbears.
I need you to roll. I need you to roll intelligence, Cobb.
Oh God!
I need Maria to roll intelligence. What is that?
Done.
Yeah.
Why?
Nothing else is askew about the fact that he knows your name, but like you don't know that. I'm just throwing this out there. Nothing is askew about this individual.
I would have to roll insight, sir.
No,
Right?
I'm making you roll intelligence. You can roll insight as well, but you don't question the fact that he knows your name.
Shit, McGregor won.
Actually, can I use inspiration on the intelligence roll?
You may.
Oh, okay. I would like to do that.
Okay.
So I lose my one and only inspiration.
For the day, yes.
Yeah.
So
How do you know my name?
Roll again. Roll intelligence again.
Oh, I had to roll intelligence again.
I'm giving you the option to roll it again.
Does that mean?
Yeah, that's fine. That's it. That qualifies you to ask the question that you want to ask. Why don't you ask me again real quick? I just want to roll this through.
How did you know my name?
I know.
And I didn't mention bugbears.
Ah, that's true. I know quite a few things, you see.
I grip the handle of my sword as it's kind of pointed to the ground right now as I was kneeling.
He smiles his toothy things at you and says, "Now, battling and fighting and drawing blood in such a holy place wouldn't be something you would be interested in, would it be? Would you, Maria? I don't think that's something you'd like. I'm simply here to deliver a little bit of information. Virtual Robert, I am muting you for a moment.
Okay.
I mean, okay, fine. Sorry, I lost my train of thought right there when Robert was
That's
doing
fine.
the thing.
That's fine.
Oh, fuck, McGregor won. Holy shit.
The information you're looking for about the giants. Why do you think they're on a rampage? Because I'll tell you right now, Maria. It's not just the hill giants. There are fire giants.
Who are you?
There are cloud giants. There are many giants afoot right now. And they are doing terrible things all over the realm. Why do you think they're in such a hissy fit? Why do you think they're throwing such tantrums? They're looking for something, Maria. They're looking for answers. And it all starts with the ordaining.
Roll history, I guess?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
The ordaining is something that really is only relevant to giants. You might have seen it in one of the temple's libraries that you studied at. But it's something that the giants look to as sort of a guidance. Now I see you're there struggling, Maria. But I'll give you another hint. And after that, I'm going to walk away, and you're going to let me. He points at a kid by the door. Roll insight.
I can't use the 25 that I used last time?
Sure, I'll let you do that.
Yeah.
The kid
'cause
looks
you
like
didn't
he's
really-
about. The kid looks like he's about to shit himself. If you don't let me go, that child will die. And I'm gonna let you know one last thing. The giants were placed here to keep us in check. You see him blink, and then you see a sort of pupil extend in a sort of vertical slit. And then he starts walking out.
You'll go to Avernus soon to meet your goddess.
Sure, why not? He shrugs and he leaves. Croker,
Yes.
what do you do? I forget. Oh, yes. Ah,
I remain tied to a chair.
I forgot. My mistake. Here we go. All right. Number 3.
No, just 3. Number 3 is my boss.
God damn it.
Oh, that was good. That was good. That was good. That was really
Boy, person next to me in the cell is named a number. Very confusing.
I had to meet Robert again.
He's a walking ad.
All right. I'm sorry. Please give me a moment. I know this is very inconvenient, but you understand.
Yes.
Fuck. Gerald, I need you to get me a report on Agent 3.
No, just 3.
God damn it!
Agent 3 is my under.
Please forgive me. Gerald, 3. I need you to get me a report on 3. 3 people? No, god damn it! 3! I'm going to Dario now. Okay, Dario.
Oh shit, I'm next. This is a mighty fine sword you have here.
Oh, yes. I forged that last night.
Did you put anything...
Truth be told, I actually forged it over the course of a week. Bathed it in the blood of my enemies, you see. I need you to roll insight.
I'm probably about to believe him. I knew it.
You see, I climbed to the very tallest mountain in Selesnya, bathed it in the blood of my enemies, and then I cried virgin tears into the soil to grow a woman so that we might propagate this sword together.
Did you just admit that you were a virgin?
Not anymore, my man, not anymore. Not after last night.
I high-five him.
Hell yeah. Now, I see her eyeing that sword with quite a delight. How about I sell it to you for 500 platinum? And that's a measly price for such a wonderful, great sword as its kind can never be ascribed to in this world prior to today.
I can make this in a day.
Really?
It's a nice sword. Just wondering, does it have any magical properties?
Well, of course. I bathed it in my enemy's blood on top of the mountain of Selesnya.
Oh god.
And he goes on his story again.
I high-five him again.
Hell yeah. So, am I to be in the understanding that you're not interested in my sword today?
Yes, I'm probably more than likely going to have to pass.
Well, that's unfortunate. I'd be willing to give you a discount if you're interested, though. Say, 400 plat.
You fucking... Yeah.
Yes, you want to buy it? That's fantastic.
I'm gonna have
You
to
start shaking
pass.
your hand. and-
No, I start leaving. That's what's happening.
Do you hand him back the sword?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That would probably be the.
Should have had you roll intelligence. Oh well.
It's done. I leave.
You walk outside. The air smelling much less criminal out here. You look across the street. Hey, those look like your country's food of sorts. Something very delicious.
Oh, I thought a merchant came up to me.
No. There's a merchant across the street selling something from your country's origin. I don't know what it would be. Fucking takoyaki, I guess. I don't know.
You know what? That sounds delicious. I'm gonna go get some.
All right.
Memory.
1 second. It's Susan's turn. I need to unmute her. All right, you're unmuted, Robert.
What were you hearing that was wrong?
Ad revenue.
Oh, here I got you.
I don't know why my computer was playing that.
Well,
Anyways, I eat sandwiches. I drink beverages.
Oh yes. An hour
I
flies
stroll
by.
around the lounge and look at the artwork. I'm specifically looking to see if there's a place for a piece I may be carrying in my bag.
Pulls out a gat. The piece.
Wait. I need you to reiterate what you just said, because I was looking something up and you said a place for the piece within my bag. I'm assessing that you might be trying to attempt to steal something. Is that true?
No.
He pulls
Is there
out the
a piece of the art type stuff that
Oh,
would add to their collection?
I see.
Something that I have in the bag that would fit here as a tribute, as a friendly gift.
Yeah. Why don't you roll me a D100?
The D100. It's the right page.
Is the proprietor named Tanlier Tavon?
You. The art here. Why don't you roll history? Nothing in your inventory looks like it would match.
Okay.
Um.
I've had an hour to look around and see if there would be something that I would want, but if I don't see anything, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay. After an hour rolls by, a woman, I posted it in Vajra,
Who is this woman?
walks up to
Oh,
you.
she's old.
She looks like she's in a hurry, and she has her scribe next to her, notating things as she's walking by, and make sure that the Baron down south, he blah blah blah. I don't know what they fucking say. But she's the scribe is dictating everything as she's walking by at a really breakneck pace.
She's rattling off affairs of state.
Effectively, yes.
Do I recognize her?
You do.
It's been a number of years since I've been here. She's still in office.
You do recognize her. However, there are quite a few more wrinkles, and her hair has changed color entirely since you met her last. When you first met her, she had just been elected in office.
Okay.
The office is
Hail
not...
and well met, my lady.
Hello, darling. How may I help you?
Well, I was aiding Greyfields, and they have been attacked by some giants, and we tracked them in this direction.
Yes, giants.
And we're
They're
looking-
all over the place. I understand. Now, please, do go on.
Well, we're looking for a source or a way to help protect the croplands that feed all of the south, and I'm sure some to you also.
Well. You haven't heard? You speak of
Well,
Golden
I've been,
Fields, correct?
Wait, say that again?
You speak of Golden Fields, correct?
Yes, yes.
Well, it's gone.
What? It's gone?
It's gone.
It was there a fortnight ago when we left.
A fortnight? Lady.
That's about how long we've been traveling, right?
Yeah, it's around probably like 2 weeks, yeah, maybe 3.
Yeah. It's been I know we've been traveling for a couple of weeks, so yes, a little more than a fortnight ago, we departed tracking the giants.
Susan. She puts her book down, folds her glasses, puts them in one of her breast pockets, puts her hand on your shoulder, and says, "Come sit with me, dear. Come sit with me." And she sits down on the couch and keeps motioning for you to join her.
I join her.
She places her hand on your shoulder. I've known your grandfather for some time, so I know you had nothing to do with it, my dear, but a group of adventurers came down to Golden Fields and destroyed it. It's all gone. Every man, woman, and child. The only thing left there is a talking tree that warns people to stay out of it. People who come too close to Golden Fields now seem to be marked with some terrible affliction immediately.
So you speak of Lifferless. I met him when I was there.
Yes, child, Lifferless, of course. Everyone is dead in Golden Fields. It's gone.
Well, that is terrible. We were besieged with the effort to go hunt down the giants to prevent them from continuing to attack the place.
Well, it's not the giants that they're worried about anymore, dude. See, the adventurers that stopped by there, they must have been after you left. They completely decimated it. I'm told it was an explosion far greater than anything that anyone's ever seen.
Oh, I must speak to my companions.
They're
Do you know when this happened? It was sometime in the last 3 weeks.
No, dear, this was 3 months ago.
This was 3 months ago? I was there a little more than a fortnight ago.
I don't know what to tell you, Susan, but it's gone.
There was a knight with a magical transportation to another realm of Ravinka.
Now you speak nonsense, darling. Look,
I know not how long we were gone, but it wasn't months.
30 days and 30
God.
You hear a whisper in the back of your head.
I forged for 30 days.
We were only over there for like 24 hours, right? In that time, right?
In that time,
Ravinka time was
in Ravnica. You were only
about
there
a
for
day.
like 5 hours. Like you solved that case in literally 5 hours to 9 hours, like in that time frame.
So it was like half a day,
That's right.
or like
It's
the time
more
frame
like a
that would have
quarter of a
fit
day.
in the time we were sleeping.
Effectively,
that time
yeah.
would have fit in the time we were sleeping. So
Effectively, yes.
Easy as pie.
Look, darling.
have you spare beds for my companions and I, so we may meet and discuss these?
Of course. How many do you have, dear?
There's like 5 of us and a horse, right? I give her the number. I know how many we came across the bridge.
That's fair. That's fair. I have room. You may stay here for a night, but I do have quite a busy schedule. I actually must go soon. Is there anything that I can do for you, darling? Besides,
No, you have told me plenty, and now I must meet with my compatriots so we can discuss our future.
all right. Well, I know this is a lot to take in, and I've known you since you were a little girl.
Yes, I remember coming here and playing in the garden.
Yes, of course. Please, take your time. And she gets up. Natalie, come on, we must go. Now, what was my 8:30 again? Yes, okay.
I am rather confused.
And just before she goes, she says, "You might want to check the taverns nearby. I know there are pictures that were sort of described by the tree and drawn by local artists of the adventurers in question. If you are
Thank
interested."
you. I am interested. We had friends there,
My heart,
and what you say is that they are no more.
my heart bleeds for you, daughter. Darling. She turns and says, Natalie, come. Skridette.
Okay, 0-2.
I'm in the next.
I'm gonna wander back out to the merchant section and start picking up my friends. Tell them I have a place for the night. And once we all get together, then I will share the story with them.
It's Skridette's turn.
I walk into the news store that the lady pointed out.
The book, Librum. You're gonna have to explain that to me later, Daru.
I explained it in the picture.
You're gonna have to explain it to me later, Daru. Librum looks dejected, longing for the other store. Come on, we could just go. We could just go. It would be good. Just let me eat it all. I'll just eat it all.
I don't have enough money for that.
We don't have to pay. Come on, you're a goblin. It's in your blood. I tasted it.
Yeah,
remember?
but I'm not stupid. Eat the store, all the guards come.
It looks and ponders. It thinks. Roll persuasion.
Oh no.
With advantage.
Persuasion.
Oh.
He looks down, looks back up, and a twinkle in his eyes. You're right. We can eat the next door.
If we can afford it.
Deal. You walk in. A elderly lady comes in from the back room. The back room, sort of facing the store that you just walked out of, and she looks like she's having a very animated conversation.
Hello? Anyone home?
She looks back. She looks terrified for a second. She looks back into the door. She's like, he's here. And and she looks back at you and she says, welcome in. Hi. How may I help you?
Do you have any background on sulfur?
Ah, a fireball. Well, of course I do. For you, dear, I'll have whatever you want.
Ooh, awesome. Because I also need small feather too.
Okay.
And phosphorus.
All right.
And maybe chip and make it too.
Write all this down for me and send it to me in a message. I want to make certain that
Okay.
I have all this written down. After you go through your shopping list, she calculates it all out, and she's like, she starts counting on her fingers. That'll be 67 silver.
Okay.
Do you have that?
67 silver.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a lot of gold. So what does the how much silver in a gold piece?
She says, well,
And
each gold runs you around 10 silver.
Sorry, guys. Internet died.
It's not your turn. Don't worry about it.
Okay. So 7 silver or seven gold. Sorry.
7 gold. All right. Well, I'll just throw
That's-
something a little extra for you. She hands you a
Alright.
scroll.
Ooh. Thank you.
Your book starts to leap up and down. Oh boy! What is it? What is it?
I look at the scroll to see what it is.
It is a scroll of dancing lights.
I told Libram that.
Scroll dancing lights.
He's already eating it.
Oh no. It's gone.
That is a really interesting book. My name is Libram. Not a book. But you look like a book. No. Well, maybe I do. He licks his
You
lips.
have pages.
You stay out of this. He licks his lips. Do you have any more? That last one was really good. Ooh, I could taste the vellum. Ooh, it was so soft and sumptuous. Ooh, please, more. Well, that'll cost you. That
How
was
much?
well. If you'd be willing to part with 20 gold, actually, I really liked watching that. I'll give it to you for 15. I could part with a scroll of mold earth.
Sounds good.
All right. She hands you a scroll of mold earth, and before she hands it to you, she says to the book, "Could you? I know this is really strange, but could you wait a moment?" She actually looks at you, and Libran looks at you. I want it now. I want it now.
I mean, wait a moment. For what?
I just want to grab my daughter and have her watch too. She thought it was really interesting.
Oh god.
Okay.
Brings her daughter over, and they both, like, she sits down, they both take a seat, and she hands you the scroll, and she's like, "All right, go for it."
Here you go.
And he just fucking rips it to shreds. Now what happens to the scroll after you eat it?
I give
After
him my
that.
finger.
She looks at you and she says, yeah, she asks you, and you give him a finger, and he takes a bite. Take 1 damage.
I'm glad I had that cabbage.
And they both look at you and they start screaming, "What are you doing?"
It's fine. Mostly.
Alright. And then you do what?
Then I open them up to turn to the page that's gonna show up on.
And you see the exact formula written down to accomplish the spell, which specific portions of the weave you have to bend in order to fabricate the exact response, and what kind of ingredients and why they need to be placed in that specific way. Just sort of fill out in the spell book. And they're like, "What? That's crazy." And the book says, "I know, right? You want to say it again?" I don't think we can afford that. Maria?
I I'm already heading outside to go find my friends. So can I like meet up with Susan? Because I'm very I know this. I know who this man was, but I couldn't really act on him because of the kid.
Speaking of the kid, he still looks like he's about to shit himself.
I go over to him and I try to calm him.
As you get closer, he starts to whisper, "Please don't touch me.
What did he do to you?
If I move, I'll explode."
I'm having a bit of problem. I'm having a bit of a problem right now with Roll20. It keeps on saying my connection to the server has been interrupted.
That's fine. You don't necessarily need it. What do you want to try to do? You can also roll in Vajra. I have a roll channel.
Yeah, cause shit is going down.
PJ,
Oh, I can't even see my. What the fuck?
PJ.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go for it, man.
Alright, cool. I'll be
It's-
back later, Master.
Alright, you have a good night, sir.
Wow, what the fuck is going on with my computer? Okay, there we go. There. Now I could go. No, I can't. What the ever-loving fuck? It's just... Is this just punishment for me not doing... for being eccentric during your game?
I don't know what you just said.
Oh, okay.
He said, "Is this punishment for being eccentric?"
I didn't
During
do
your
anything.
game.
I have not caused any of this shenaniganery.
No, it's... I know it's not you. It's me. I'm just wondering... What the fuck happened to my connection? I can't access my sheet, so I don't know how to do anything anymore. I don't have my buttons. I don't have anything.
Give it time. It just might take a little bit of time to load. That being said, if you need me to give you your skills or your stats, I can give them to you.
Is there a way I can check if that's actually true?
You can roll insight. That would be your it'd be d20 plus 1 second. Is that Robert?
What's that?
Are you making noise?
There.
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. I'm gonna turn you down just a little bit.
Yes, I would like to
Be 1d20 plus 5.
yeah.
You can roll in Discord on the roll chat.
Okay. On the roll chat. Wow. This is why I don't like the roll chats.
That's fine. That's just how it happened. He looks terrified.
Is there a way I can check to dispel whatever's going wrong with the child?
Let's see, what do you have in your spells?
I don't have... Oh, God. I don't have anything like that. It takes clerical magic, and I'm looking around for the cleric.
He's currently
perhaps-
away at the moment.
Or even a wizard that knows dispel.
Roll intelligence.
Okay. Which is 1d20 plus 2.
It would be 1d20 plus 2. That is correct. You remember that the cleric stated that he was going to go off to see if he can find someone to help you with your issue.
Yes.
He'll be back in, well, some time. You're not quite sure when. He did tell you to wait there until he gets back.
I tell him to stay calm and that the cleric the cleric is coming. He will attempt to help you dispel whatever he's done to you.
Roll persuasion. That'd be 1d20 plus 6.
1d20 plus what?
6.
I also know that the boy might be suffering under dragon fear, so.
Alright, so you rolled a 12. The little boy starts freaking out even harder. He says, I can't die like this. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. If I just move, it'll be over. And then he starts to jump.
No.
Let's see, how much damage is that?
And I will use lay on hands.
He takes 2d8. And immediately you see blood just burst out of his eyes and every orifice in his body, and then he just falls to the ground. And he looks like he's
lay on hands.
As he looks like he's gasping for his last breath, you manage to lay your hands upon him and heal his wounds. How many points do you give him?
I give him exactly what he lost.
Okay. He lost exactly 1 point. Wait, how much does he actually have? You gave him exactly 3 points of health back.
Oh, good. And he looks. If I move him, is he going to suffer the same effects?
You noticed before he jumped, he was vibrating. Like, as if his existence was sort of stuck in state where there was this vibration just emanating from him. I would know that is a type of spell. Would I know that it is Booming Blade? You would not know that it is Booming Blade.
Probably something like Booming Blade, I don't know.
You wouldn't know that it's Booming Blade.
Okay. But that would require him to be slashed, so no.
It wouldn't necessarily require him to be slashed. Simply attacked.
Okay. I try to wait for the cleric, but also look around for anyone who can help. At least outside of the door.
Bless you.
Bless you.
With that, we're gonna move on to Croaker for now.
Yeah.
Dr. Croaker?
Yes.
I'm gonna go to bed, guys.
It is.
Right.
Good night, sir. Thanks for joining.
Yep. Good night.
Good night.
I wanted to say goodnight.
Oh, Sky. You heading to bed?
Nah, I want to be up for a little bit before I head to bed.
How late are you gonna be up?
Maybe like 1-2 max.
Okay. We can probably play some games after this if you're down.
Yeah.
Would you like to join us for the rest of this session, or are you?
No, I don't have the mental capability of. I barely slept at all.
That's fine. No, I understand.
Yeah. Thank you for the offer, though. But I'll listen and I'll mute myself.
Okay. Alright, Dr. Croker?
Yes.
Alright, back to you. Alright, 3. We've run a background check. We know the last time you were stationed, it was in Nightstone. What are you doing here?
Tracking down giants. Nightstone's been attacked. Golden Fields too. The giants have rallied behind a single charismatic leader. Trying to track him down. And kill it.
What are you saying? You're saying that there is a leader? How do you know this?
Does it make sense?
So you're just making assumptions.
Making an educated guess. I would assume that you have more information to corroborate or disillusion me.
Well, we have our scholars working in the back on this. It has something to do with... The thing is that you might not know. The Giants haven't just attacked Nightstone and Golden Fields. They've already attacked Tribor and Brunchiander. And we have suspicion that they might be moving to different targets. At every place, they have grabbed some artifact. But beyond that, I don't know much. But the scholars are saying something along the lines of the ordering. Does that make any sense? Do you know anything about the ordering? Don't worry about it. Look, kid, if you want more information, you can talk to the scholars in the back. But that's all I've got for you right now. Thanks for the update.
Alright. Do you have any idea where the power base of the giants would be?
As he starts to untie you, he says, "The power base. You realize all the giant societies, they live on their own turf, right? They're their own entities. Every giant society is their own collective conglomerate. They're basically hill giants in one area, frost giants in another, cloud giants in another. They don't unify.
Yeah, they're all making concentrated attacks for similar goals. Country.
This is true, and one could assume that there is something to do with that. But scholars are saying it's something to do with this thing called the ordering. It's some sort of religious subtext. I'm not sure what else it has to be, but really, look, kid, I don't know. I just run this place.
Ignore that. I didn't stab him.
What'd you say? Oh shit! You managed to slip your stone dagger out and remove the ropes that tie you down.
Well, excellent. I'll go see those scholars now.
He goes to untie you as you stand up, and he goes, "I see. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you 3.
There's only one person here.
God damn it!" And Daru's not here anymore. We're gonna skip over to Susan. 1 second. I need to unmute Susan. Alright, Susan.
Alright, yeah, I make my way out. I'll stop and look in a tavern or two. And work my way down to the market district where most of my friends should be.
Okay, so you stop at a tavern?
Yeah.
Alright. You walk into a tavern, the nearest one from where you're at. It just so happens to be on a corner, just right across from another tavern. They both have the same name, oddly enough. It's the Starred Buck. You walk in, and it doesn't look like any tavern you're used to. You know, instead of people swinging around drinking beer and camaraderie that you're normally used to, you see people sort of sitting back writing in books and sipping at tea. This is a tavern. It says Starred Buck Tavern. The Star.
Are there any paintings?
Yeah, there's some paintings like calming beaches, maybe some weird abstract art sort of placed in random spaces. The walls kind of have some painting to them too, a little bit of abstract on the walls as well.
Not a group of adventurers.
Oh, there is a bulletin board in the back with help wanted signs and actual wanted signs, just sort of just plastered there next to the bathrooms.
Okay, I'll read those. That may contain what I'm looking for.
You see, as you look through, you see a few. One saying, "Lost my cat, lost my dog, lost my wife, lost my truck."
Anything that says Golden Fields on it.
Wanted for the murder of Golden Fields. You see a picture of some orc-looking individual, a half-elf with swirly colored eyes, or an elf, you're not quite sure, can't really discern, and some blue-looking thing with what looked to be sort of manta wings drawn around him, kind of like, have you ever seen Gargoyles, the animated series?
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Also, you see on that entity like a weird looking slithery thing on its left side. Not quite sure if that's just like an artist slip up or something that's actually attached to the entity.
So like a painted on snake or something?
Yeah, like a painted on snake or a tentacle or something.
Are these hand done or are these prints?
They're hand drawn, so they have some weirdness to them, like the shapes and whatnot are, like you've been to you probably go to a few taverns on your way back. They all have the same drawing, so like it is replicated somehow, but it is a drawn unit of sorts.
Alright, once I see 2 or 3 of them and I realize that they're kind of all the same, I'm going to head down to the market and look for people. And judging by this map, that's kind of a long walk meandering through the city from gate to gate.
Yeah, it takes like, if you were to walk from city center to the gate, it might take you, if you were to walk a straight line, 20 minutes, maybe 30. But because of the way the city is structured, it would probably take you somewhere closer to an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
Right. So I've been gone from them for 2.5 hours already.
Maybe more like 3.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely head down that way, meandering from gate to gate. Which is probably where everybody else is somewhere along that route. So I'm looking for them.
Roll a perception.
All right. Would help if I could see my screen.
You notice out of the corner of your eye a large, imposing golden dragonborn in silvery armor. Is it silvery or is it gold? Is it also gold?
Maria's armor is all gold.
We need to talk about that. Anyways,
It could be a combination of silver and gold.
A golden dragon, born, is kneeling over and looks like she's inspecting a small child.
Well, I recognize Maria. She was my personal protector, so I hurry that way. What happened? What happened?
Susan, he's here.
Who's
The
here?
one that I'm looking for. And he knows about the giants.
Your quarry is here? Where?
No.
I'm looking around.
What do you mean by quarry?
The person you're
Your
looking
target, the guy you're looking for, yeah. Your prey.
He shapeshifted into a man. He's... Look, we can talk about this later. We need to dispel the magic around this child. He threatened me. If I tried attacking him, he would kill him.
Well,
Do you
he
know
looks fine.
No, can she check if he is fine?
That would require, like... I mean, visually, he looks perfectly fine. Except for the blood covering his, his robes from the explosion that occurred.
Every time he moves, something bad will happen. I don't know this spell.
He looks at you and says, I'm fine now. I can move. He moves his arm around. You have no idea.
I didn't get a very good Arcana roll. I have no idea what he's talking about.
You have no idea what he's talking about.
Okay, alright. I was just worried. I'm sorry.
I'll ask the boy where all the blood came from.
He looks at you.
Because he doesn't appear to be wounded.
He looks around and says, I exploded.
Myriad just looks at Susan and nods, but like with eyes wide open. She's worried. Yeah, that actually happened.
Some guy touched me and said that if I moved, I'd explode. And so I moved and I exploded.
And Maria healed you?
I guess. I don't know. I exploded.
Because you don't look exploded now.
No, I think I'm fine.
Be well, child, and go on your way.
I have to stay right here. I'm holding the candle. Where's my candle? He starts panicking and looking around.
I'll
Okay.
cast prestidigitation on him to clean up the blood.
He's too busy looking for something on the ground.
It's Fafnir, the Black Dragon. He is here, and I think the cult is also here. He said something about. He said something about the ordering, and that's why all the giants are moving in together. And
would that be an Arcana roll for me to know what that is?
Arcana or history?
Man, I can't roll for shit today.
I'd allow you to roll history as well. This is something that I definitely think you would have a background in, specifically because, no. You've heard of the ordering. Your grandfather has had dealings with one of the storm giants, a kindly woman who would visit the land every once in a while.
So I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it.
You know that it's something that's part of the giant religion. You know that it is something that they follow, sort of like a rule set, a rule structure. That's all you really would recall.
what did you learn on your end?
Well, I'd like us all to get together before I go over it, but something very strange, I think, has happened.
I think... Well, why don't we just meet up here? The cleric said he would come back with information for me.
Okay, well, I do have lodging for us at the manor this evening.
All right.
So why don't you meet there? Tell them you're a friend of mine, and I'll meet you there in the lobby sometime later on today.
All right. By the way,
Okay. Yes?
By the way, if the dragon cult is involved, then there's obviously something very wrong here. It's not just hill giants attacking towns. It's more sinister than that. You have to
Yes,
be.
I believe you may be right.
Just don't trust everyone that you meet.
Well, I think we may have to have a return trip. But meet at the manor later, okay?
Okay.
And I'm gonna go I'm gonna go back down to the market. Finish going down to the market and keep looking for everybody else.
That would be the end of mine,
Yeah.
too, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
If I took up too much.
No, you're fine. I think that was a good interaction between you two. I guess I'll go over to Kroger if that's okay. Are you good with that, Susan?
Yeah,
Dr. Croker?
I'll just keep moving
Yes.
at some point down this way back towards where he left the gate.
Okay. You
I
probably
just keep wandering
you'll probably run into
the road.
You'll probably run into a goblin, sort of sitting in front of a bookstore and a magic components shop, showing a crowd of people a magic trick of sorts.
Yeah.
Watch my book, eat a book.
Be like, hey, when you finish here, no, you better just come with me and we'll go to the manor.
Well,
We need to find Dr. Croker.
I think we'll probably go through that when we meet up next week.
Yeah.
All right, back to you, Dr. Croker.
Yes.
You managed to get past the guy who's just screaming in the shadowy area. I mean, he's just like some guy in like a vest and wearing a tie and a fedora, smoking a cigar, and looks like a old gritty detective, effectively. And he's just like kicking the ground, going like, "What the fuck is going on here?" You walk past him, and you walk past the other guy who's just sort of like sitting there with notes on the scenario that's going on here. And
Are they all attached to a wall with strings between them?
what was that?
Are they attached to the wall with strings connecting them?
Of course, of course.
Fantastic.
As you duck through the strings that go from one wall to the next, of course, you manage to walk past the. You walk at the door and you reach for it. As a normal, I'm assuming you would reach for the doorknob.
Yeah.
Your hand goes straight through it.
I knock.
Your hand goes straight through the door.
I knock with enough force to walk right through.
You knock with enough force to walk right through.
Yes, I just walk through
Okay.
while knocking.
You bump into another person who's carrying books. Pages and notes fly everywhere. He falls to the ground.
Oh, sorry. There's a door in the way. Been down and help pick up all the books.
Yes. Thank you. Who are you?
3.
Hi 3. I'm Texture. It's nice to meet you. I have to go. Thank you. And he grabs the rest of the books and he just starts running.
Wait, I need you to tell me about the giants.
Fuck the giants. We're on about.
Yes, that's the idea.
He looks at you quizzically. He shakes his head and he starts running away, or scampering away as fast as he can. Not like in fear or anything. Just he's got places to go.
Yeah, high-strung, busy person.
Yes. You notice there's quite a few people in this area, and this area is just filled to the fucking brim with books. You look up, and it just keeps going. You keep looking up, and you just see at the very top like an endless, almost. I need you to roll intelligence or wisdom, and if you have save for this, you can roll that. The books seem so endless that the end of it looks like it's capped with walls. The ceiling is a wall, but it's not a wall. It's something unknowable, unrecognizable to your brain. Your brain is trying to fill in a gap that doesn't exist.
Whoa.
You managed to avoid a sanity loss. Some guy walks up from behind and says, "Don't do that."
Okay.
All right. So you're 3, right?
Yes.
All right. I'm Apple Juice. I'm just letting you know that we're working on this ordering thing. You have any questions?
Yes.
Okay.
What is it?
All right. So, from our understanding, we've had people who've talked with the Giants before and had plenty of relationships. According to them, the ordning is a structure of hierarchy for the Giants. Looks like most Giants have a stepladder of sorts, except for it's based on effectively their size. You see, Storm Giants are at the top. I think Cloud Giants are beneath them. I'm not quite certain, but that's kind of how it goes. We're still looking into it. And then like Hill Giants, they're basically at the bottom. That's kind of what the ordning is all about. According to our sources, we had a man get in contact with someone by the name of Zephyros. He said something along the lines.
Yes, the man in the flying tower.
Wait, what? You know Zephyros?
Yes, he gives a ride in this mystical flying cloud tower. He's alright as far as giants go.
I see. All right. Well, we'll have to debrief you on that later. Anyways, back to the order. According to Zephyros, the ordering isn't just a hierarchy of sorts. It's sort of a way of doing things. Giants supposedly, for the longest of times, have received sort of insight on how they're supposed to interact with their environment based on this ordering. It's sort of like a way, like a path of decision that they make. Some sort of justification for all their things that they do. Anyways, apparently it's been thrown in out of balance. And because of that, the Giants believe that because they're not receiving effectively word from their god to do things, their god has left them. In order to bring them back, they're trying to do something. We're not quite sure what they're doing.
I've heard that they're gathering artifacts. Is that related?
It might be. I'm not quite sure what that's all about. We're still working on it.
So what artifacts have they gotten already?
Well, there's Nightstone. We don't know what the fuck that was anyway. Have you ever been to Nightstone before the attack?
Yes, I arrived shortly afterwards.
Well, you see the Nightstone in the center. We've sent scholars left and right from leagues around to inspect that fucking thing. No one's found anything on it. There's no documentation of it. It just was there. That's why people built the city around it. It was always there. Always. Do you understand what that means? Fucking always. Anyways, doesn't matter. It's gone now. They moved it. Don't know where it is. Don't know where it went. Have no idea what the fuck it's all about. But little things like that. You see what I mean? Like, not quite sure what they're doing with it.
Interesting.
Apparently there's a report on what they took in Bridgeshander and Tribor, but I think Golden Fields, really, Hill Giants mostly go after food. Golden Fields is literally food. That's the only thing I think of. It has something to do with eating.
I understand that eating makes you grow tall.
That might be what it is. Maybe that's genius. They're probably trying to establish dominance over the other Giants by growing taller. You hear that? One of the people like making a connection goes, "That's brilliant!" And then they start making more connections.
Like,
You know, we could really use a person like you around here, 3.
maybe someday. First, I have giants genocide.
I understand that. I like the field work too. Desk work gets really monotonous at times. Wait, what? You have to kill... Anyways, back to the story. What else did Zephyros tell you?
Honestly, I can't remember. A lot has happened between then.
We'll go back to Susan and Mario. Or I guess.
Oh yes. Just
Wait, Mario, you're doing your thing. I guess the priest comes back. Susan, we'll get back to you. I think this is it for this week for you, because we're
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish up with Maria, and then we'll call it a day.
okay.
Priest comes back and he brings another dragonborn. And he says, this one says he might know something.
What does he look like?
He is he's a big beefy guy. Tall, and I guess his scales are also black. He says, I might know something of this trial you speak of. Have you heard of the Ordering?
Yes.
Everything I've told everyone else about the Ordering, he tells you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to be anticlimactic, but that's basically what happens.
Oh, okay. Then I tell him thank you.
Of course.
I try to I don't No, I'm saying banter out of character.
That's fine. That's fine. Do it as you will.
I look to the cleric. Where might I get in touch with where might I get in touch with anyone about the possibility that the cult is here? You know, the cult.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The cult for his sister, and points at the shrine.
Tiamat's been banished to Avernus. We don't.
That doesn't mean they're not trying to plan and summon her again.
I see.
I know.
So you're of that ilk. Look, we seek peace in these halls. We seek justice, yes. But here, we only seek that which is peaceful and good in the world. If you wish to seek the darkness within and without, you're welcome to. But please do not bring those down within and without.
Fine. I just make my way towards Susan.
Roll perception.
I do.
Oh, that's right. You can't. Well, yeah.
Why?
Oh, you say you do. Roll perception. It's 1d20 plus 2. Okay. Susan, I need you to roll perception.
Perception.
Since you always,
Maria starts to walk past you, as you like spot her.
Maria, this way. I call out to her.
You see Susan behind you as you're looking for her. Alright, with that, I think we'll call it a day.
Okay.
You guys did a lot of RP. I don't typically reward RP with XP. But I guess I will
But you
give you
should.
guys. I will give you guys 500 XP for today. I know it's not a lot, but it's there. There are combat encounters to increase your combat capacity. There are role-playing encounters to increase your role-playing capacity, not stat-wise, but as a person in general. So I will give you guys 500 XP. For today's exploits. So that will place you at 43,000 985. 985.
Yeah.
Next week, I'm gonna try and buy a sword +1 or something better. Yeah, I am going to war, baby.